That's a vibe. She wanna vibe. That's a vibe. Yeah, that's a vibe.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to V's Vibes. Well, hopefully we can catch a vibe. Talk about anything y'all want to talk about. I want to do a quick movie review of a new movie that I saw on Netflix called Love, Simon. Super cool movie. It's been kind of coming up in our, most popular movies category. And so, yeah, we wanted to see what it was about. So we sat down, watched Love, Simon on Netflix. And so I just want to kind of give you my 2 cents of the film. If you have seen it, I would like to hear your comments. So just comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. And so I appreciate the support. So let's check out Love, Simon. Let's talk about it. One of the cool things about this movie is that it is really about a real issue that many people have to deal with. This whole idea of having to come out, having to tell people kind of what your choices are in life. And I pretty much have a personal opinion on this whole coming out thing. I think really it's up to you if you come out. But for some people, they really do think that it's important that they have to have their family's approval. And so for those people, I can really see this film being an eye-opener to having that option taken away from you when someone else outs you. And it's pretty much what the film is about. Don't want to give too much of the details, but I do want to talk about just kind of the vibe that I felt as I was watching it, maybe the lessons that I learned, and maybe the intent of the lessons that maybe the producers or the writers or the directors kind of wanted to convey. So other than it being about like a real struggle, it is another thing that I really like, other than it being a coming out story. It was also kind of a story about real kids, like real suburban kids. It didn't try to portray, all of these stereotypes that we kind of see in the typical high school type movies. So it was really about normal kids doing normal things. Some really good kids, grounded kids from 2-parent family households. So it really didn't try to portray or box itself into any stereotype. I really appreciated that. Another thing about the film that I really enjoyed, I'm not gonna say I really enjoyed, but I really kind of picked up on right away, was that it kind of gave me 13 Reasons Why vibes. I can probably guarantee, and I haven't checked, but I can probably guarantee some of the writers are the same or the director or something, because they actually have some of the same actors and actresses in both films. And so Hannah Baker is actually in this film as a young lady named Leah. And so I thought that was super interesting. So I did enjoy 13 Reasons Why. And one of the main characters, Hannah Baker is Leah in this film. And the film kind of gave me like a prequel vibe. Like it could definitely be considered a prequel if, they were going that route. They aren't. But if this were still 13 Reasons Why, and they gave us this film after, kind of like as a prequel, this could kind of be one of the things that maybe caused Hannah Baker to commit suicide. So because in this film, she liked her best friend, didn't know that he was gay, and so eventually she found out that he was gay and he didn't like her in the way that she liked him. And so that could have actually been a reason why, one of the many 13 plus, reasons why she committed suicide. So it kind of gave off like a Okay, back to this film, not 13 Reasons Why. Back to this film, Love, Simon. So Simon kind of meets someone through email, and you'll see particularly how that happens and who this person is as you watch the film. But it's a love story. It's a classic love story. It has a beginning for us to kind of understand who he is. It has a middle that has a little bit of conflict and turmoil, and then it has an end where love prevails. And so I like the fact that it was a complete story. I didn't feel like there was anything left out, and I didn't feel like we were left hanging as viewers. One of the things I did appreciate about it is kind of about falling in love with possibilities and falling in love with someone really before you know who they are. And so I really enjoyed kind of the thematic things that it had going on, as far as kind of overcoming obstacles, as many many films do these days. It kind of cut me off, but basically I was saying that some of the themes that I really appreciate is just kind of falling in love with possibilities, overcoming obstacles, and learning how to deal with who you are and coming into yourself. And I think that theme for the audience in which this movie was intended is super cool. I also think the way that Simon's family handled the news of him being gay was super cool. They were sad, but they weren't sad because he was gay. They were sad because they didn't know, and they felt like they didn't know their kid. And I thought that was interesting, very interesting, in that sometimes you can be in a home with folks and they don't really know who you are, and that kind of spoke to that. And for me, that was super cool. Again, just a classic love story, fun, light. It didn't really get too heavy as the 13 Reasons Why type film, and I know I keep referring to that, but that's really the vibe that it gave me. And so yeah, man, I love the film. So as my subscribers, I always want to leave you guys with something to think about, something to kind of get your minds to continue the thought process behind the topics that I'm talking about. This particular topic is about coming out. And if that's not your struggle, and you just like movies about this particular topic, then I want to leave you with this article that I read. It's called 17 LGBTQ plus movies to look out for in 2019. So if these types of films are of interest to you, you can go to filmschoolrejects.com to read that article, and I'll put it in the description. Looks like some very cool movies are coming out. So if you love Simon, you may enjoy some of these. You may not. But I did want to leave you with some type of resource so that you can continue your thoughts on this particular film. I appreciate you guys watching. As always, if you hadn't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you hadn't shared it, share it with somebody that you think that would be interested in.
That's a vibe. She wanna vibe. That's a vibe. Yeah. That's a vibe.